What up YouTube, we are here with another video. Something a little quick here. This is something I picked up recently. This is the mClassic from Marseille. So it's designed to give you better graphics and better pixels, better gameplay. So this is what the thing is. If I just have a look here in the back. So it says here, PC games are able to upgrade the graphics card while console games have been limited by locked hardware. Not anymore. The mClassic is here to be the world's first add-on graphics processor for video game consoles. Yes, you read right. The mClassic is like having a new graphics card without the hassle of modifying your games console. So it works with the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS4 Slim, PS4 Pro, 360, PS2, whatever console. I don't know why it says PS2 because, and many more. It says retro consoles. It's got a little thing here. So I'm assuming that that's only if you have an upscaler. For the other consoles that use AV, you would need something like the upscaler or a converter, so you can modify because it's a HDMI connection. But anyway, you've got little switches here. So you've got three little operation switches. You've got the not processing. So when it processes on, it's upscales, anti-aliasing, and sharpness on, and retro mode is optimized for retro games. So yeah, box slide goes to the top. So this is the little device here. So it says I've got a source, and that's your little thing there. Let me just take it out from a box and have a look at this thing more in depth. Inside here you've got your cable here. So this is a HDMI to female HDMI. So this is basically because a lot of times when you start doing something like this, you may not have the clearance, so you may this is ideal. So something like you find in a Chromecast or Fire Stick, this is what's provided, so you can actually get that thing in without having to bend and possibly even damage your HDMI port. It's got this cable here as well. I'm assuming this is going to be to power it. So it is a micro USB connection to a normal HDMI. If I could just focus in there, and then you have your user guide here as well. But obviously we are not going to lose too much time with the user guide. So yeah, the mClassic USB power cable, extension cable. It says here, look, no, please put it in like this. So the source goes to the red, and make sure it's in the right direction when you put it in, and and then some information there as well about it. If you want to freeze frame, you can freeze frame. Check out more information there. How to power it up. Micro USB here, goes in the bottom here. So I've used something like this before, but not for Marseille. I've used a generic one. Didn't really work out too much for me. I might actually make a little video on that. As you can see here, micro USB port just there, HDMI, and then you've got your male that goes in there. So that goes into the back of your source. So that will be in your PS4 Pro or your I'm actually going to try this for PS5. On the back, it doesn't actually list PS5 or Xbox Series X because this was actually designed before that time. So it just says Xbox One X. So I'm actually going to try and plug into a PS5 and see exactly if we can get even better performance on the PS5. I'm going to do some video basically because I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'll see if that does improve the video performance. Okay, let's go ahead.
So guys, back with this thing. I had it plugged into my PS4 Pro and it was working fine.
If I go here, there's my screen now. I've had to update my console, so it's now version 9.0 on my PS4 Pro, and this thing works, but if you have older firmware, so it was running perfectly on before I updated it. As soon as I hit the update, because my PS4 Pro, I haven't used it in a while, it asked me to do an update. I went ahead and did the update, and as soon as I installed firmware 9.0, this thing does not work at all. So if you do have a PS4 Pro, I would recommend don't upgrade the firmware to version 9, because this thing just stopped working as soon as I did an update to version 9. I think the firmware has just changed something and this thing just stopped working. I can confirm when this thing was plugged in, it did look a bit more crisper, a bit more clearer, but it's sucky to say that Sony they want you to buy a PS5. Maybe they don't want to see any sort of people using these little graphical enhancement things to get a better picture of the PS4 Pro, and they want you to go out there and justify you buying a PS5 to get better graphics. But yeah, unfortunate fact is, yeah, this thing does not work with version 9.0 on the firmware. If you have old firmware on the PS4 Pro, it will work, but unfortunately not with version 9.0. So spent a good 10-15 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Unplugged my capture card because I had this plugged in to the back of my console, and that was plugged in going to my Elgato capture card. Running, it was looking fine on the screen, everything was working. As soon as I hit update, black screen. So got no picture. Unfortunately, this is the fact that you cannot use this with version 9.0. And anyway, this has been Ace. If you guys have some tips out there to how to get this thing to work in either with the PS5, because it didn't work at all on the PS5, it doesn't work on the PS4 Pro or the new firmware, let me know, because I bought this thing now, and I kind of want to use it, and I feel that if I don't use it, I'm just money down the drain. This has been Ace. As always, like, subscribe. Peace out.